sec. Sorry about that. Hello everybody. Welcome in. Sorry I wasn't on yesterday, but as you know, anybody at Southern caught the end of Wednesday's stream would end up knowing. I originally had, yesterday was supposed to be when I had like a apartment inspection kind of thing going on and all that, but that didn't end up, carrying through. But I'm not going to try diving into that too much right now. But yeah, welcome in everybody. I hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to be kind of diving into one of the most recent updates on ZZZ. They got like side story for Trigger. And kind of figured today we'd kind of dive into that. I mean, like usual, when coming to ZZZ, I'm just gonna kind of like knock out some daily stuffs real quick, and then we can just kind of dive into the side story here. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time today to end up, kind of getting all the way through the story, but if not, we can end up, always just kind of jumping back in and, giving it a shot a little later. Well, not a little later, but, I don't know, technically, depending on how I'm feeling after work today or something like that, I could end up probably doing a secondary stream, but more than likely, depending on how things end up going, tomorrow or something like that, we might end up, diving back into it. Kind of those things where I'm just kind of playing this all by ear at the moment. Finally, getting close to being caught up on a whole bunch of stuff that I've been trying to work on, for quite some time here. It's starting to wrap up. Oh, how was this heap? Oh, and as you could probably end up telling, I ended up luckily pulling Soldier Zero and B right before that banner ended up ending. Of course, now, I don't got everything I need for the Trigger banner. But we've got time to, try to gather stuff up and possibly end up, being able to try to do a pull for Trigger.
How about a cup of joe? A little bitterness can make life's sweetness all the more satisfying.
We've seen this quite a few times. Let's just kind of roll. Although, if I remember right, I still need to end up getting at least a little bit more here. Well, actually, take the bonus at the moment to get some money, because all the stuff I've been trying to do to upgrade characters lately, money's kind of getting flushed down, and I need like 700k dennies to at least get the baseline stuff I'm trying to do for AMP stuff.
Enemy reinforcement. Resistance is futile.
Actually, this gives me a chance to double check what I need.
Did you call me? Meow.
Standing by.
What I need to get you. Okay, still need a little bit more money and then those. Okay.
Number 0, Andy.
Let's do it. Yeah, actually, we'll probably end up getting enough money to finish wrapping that up. I want to grab some more of these.
Easy.
Roger.
Yes.
Sorry I'm late, Yanagi.
It's over. Got your back. Careful.
Surrender.
A little gift for ya.
My heart is a mirror.
I'm gonna do at least once more. And then after we're done with all this, I can just dive into South Story.
Evade. Scatter.
Let's finish the job. This'll be painless. Psych.
Secure the perimeter. Evasive action.
Yanagi, I'll have... It's over. It's pointless to resist.
Surrender.
A little gift for ya.
That should give me the rest of the supplies I need to end up doing that. Ignore that. What the hell's going on with my... Okay. I really need to end up trying to get some stuff straightened out with this setup. It's one of those things on the list of, you know, projects I'm working on. Alright. Should be done with all of this at the moment. Staff room. It's time to get to the main event of today. Out of sight. Trigger's agent story, out of sight, has been recorded and is can be viewed in the video archive. Alright, let's dive on into this. study. Yeah. This is a story that took place in the past. A story of a rookie proxy named Faithin who meets a young lady at the crossroads of fate. The hell's over? Wise, we've been on 6th Street for a while now. How many internet commissions have we taken these past few days? Oh, okay, right. In the past, so yeah, well, they just ended up right around here. We're still newbies, so you know how it is. I see. It's okay. We're starting our proxy business and video store business from scratch. It'll take time. I've been busy managing the store, so thanks for handling the internet side of things, Wise. Living together in this cozy little home is already much better than our lives right after leaving the academy. As long as we gradually build our reputation, we'll eventually have the chance to uncover clues about the fall of the old capital. Wise, let's take it slow. Yeah, but I still want to take on some commissions. Yeah, but I get so bored when there's no commission. Wow. I knew you'd say that, but this worry will be solved soon. Actually, I saw how hard you've been working to find commissions, so these past few days I've also been searching on internet for an intelligence broker who can find commissions for us. If we can establish a long-term partnership with such a professional intelligence broker, we won't have to worry about getting commissions in the future. Hee hee. Don't I deserve a little praise? Good job. And today, I've arranged to meet him at the store. He should be here soon. At that moment, a sudden knocking comes from the door. That must be him, Wise. Let's go and talk to him. Maybe the first commission we work on with him will give us a totally awesome surprise. I know you guys are sitting there trying to make it seem like, you know, still getting kind of set up, but essentially, I feel like the only thing they did was, like, we'll downgrade the door. Oh, wait, no, door still looks like it's, you know, still. Yeah, the only thing that looks different is you guys stuck some boxes out on the floor. Alright, anyways. As the front door is opened, a man in a suit walks in. Though he wears a friendly and reliable smile, there is still something slightly off about him. Wise, let me introduce you to this professional intelligence broker I found on internet. Nice to meet you both. You can call me Shepard. I'm glad you two chose to work with me. By the way, are you just starting out in this line of work? Nice to meet you. We haven't been in the business for too long. We just started, but business hasn't been... I'll just go out. I understand. It's normal for rookie proxies like you two to have a hard time finding commissions, but please don't worry. As an intelligence broker, I exist precisely for people like you. Let me check my notes. Your name is Faithin, right? kind of commissions do you usually specialize in? Or get any commission? We have superior technology. Or get any commission. One energetic response. These days, many young proxies lack the energy you have. That being said, combat-related commissions might be a bit tricky, right? You two don't seem like fighters, and hiring combat personnel can be expensive for new proxies. To be honest, I'm not sure I feel comfortable assigning you anything dangerous. Well, we'll find a way to handle it. You'll soon see our abilities in action through the actual commission. Actual commission, huh? Well then, I happen to have a recently issued commission that could serve as the perfect starting point for our partnership. I believe this commission is the perfect difficulty to assess your abilities. Sorry. If you're interested, let me explain the details. Shall I move to a more convenient place to talk? It's not suitable to talk about this at the counter, so you move to a small room with Shepard to discuss things in detail.
Our first assignment together is a missing person commission. There's no need for combat or venturing into any hollows, so it's completely safe. Honestly, I can't think of a better way to test your skills.
With all due respect to the client, a proxy's role is to guide people through the hollows. Is it worth hiring a proxy for a commission that doesn't even involve going into one?
Don't get me wrong, I'm definitely not trying to pass this off on you. Your ability to navigate the hollow is unquestionable. That's what makes a proxy a proxy. But this role involves more than just that, and this commission is a perfect opportunity to demonstrate those other skills. To be honest, the client barely gave us anything to work with, just pieces of info. That's why this is a perfect chance to show off your skills in gathering intel, spotting details, and negotiating. All the makings of a top-tier proxy.
Why does that model seem a little extra glitchy today? Except like.
All right, you've sold me. Let's see what we're dealing with.
Shepard nods in satisfaction and pulls out 3 items from his pocket. A harmonica, a sheet of music, and an old photo. A photo of a woman with covered eyes. A somewhat aged photograph, though the image remains fairly clear. A blonde young woman with her eyes covered lays against a wall. For some reason, her silhouette seems so fragile, as if she might shatter into pieces at any moment, filled with such profound sadness.
The client has only provided us with these 3 clues. All we know is that the woman in the photo is your target.
Wait, just a photo? That's barely a clue. No name, no background, not even her usual haunts? And what's up with the harmonica and the sheet music?
The client doesn't seem to have any more info, though it's possible they just don't want to share. But the client did mention if you get stuck, you should try playing the sheet music with the harmonica. Well then, I'll leave this commission in your capable hands. Keep me in the loop if you make any breakthroughs. Just ping me on Knock Knock.
Finding someone with just a photo and a melody. That's like searching for a needle in a haystack. Got any ideas, Wise?
Let's go to Port Elpis and look for clues.
Maybe we should check Port Elpis. Women with their eyes covered aren't exactly that common. Remember when we visited the sea a while back? I think we saw someone who fit that description. Remember? You were in a bad mood, so we went to the sea to clear our heads. We even bought some fries, but you got distracted by a woman passing by with her eyes covered, and the seagull took the fries right out of your hand.
Now that you mention it, yeah, I remember. She did look a lot like the woman in the photo. And I was just curious, all right? She stood out. How was I supposed to know the seagulls there were so aggressive? Anyway, it's an unexpected lead. Let's check out the port and see if we can dig anything up.
Off we go. Another adventure. As we're here, let's find this guy. Oh, we saw that girl a week ago. I don't know if she'll actually... Well, actually the person we're looking for, even if she is, it's... who knows whether she'll still be at the port or not. No, or not. We better get started. Let's look around for clues first. Alright, since we don't have any other leads, we might as well. I'll try hacking into the cameras here to check if she's been around recently. History-wise, take the photo and ask the locals and passerbys around here. Welcome to Tater King. Our fries and hot dog combo is a hot seller. Would you like to give it a try? Hello, have you seen this person? Oh, I remember seeing this girl before. When exactly? Maybe once every 1 or 2 months. I'll see her wandering around this area. But I've never spoken to her. She doesn't seem to interact with anyone around here, so I don't really know much about her background. So she hasn't been around recently? I don't think so. I don't remember seeing her recently. If you're looking for her, I can keep an eye out for you. Alright, thanks. By the way, would you like some fries? The seagulls here always try to steal the fries. Let me think about it. Alright then. The seagulls have been too active recently. Well, they have a negative impact on sales of our fries. Looks like I shouldn't feed them too much in the future. Yeah, you try to do something nice, you know, just be like, oh, seagulls, here's cold fries. And then they're like, we love them, we want to take all of them. You'll steal them from your customers. It's like, that's not going to go very well. Okay, it actually is just straight up the door. Alright. If we can climb the lighthouse and overlook the entire port, maybe we'll spot the blindfold woman somewhere. Try climbing the lighthouse. Just as you're about to try to open the door, lean to the top of the lighthouse, an old man appears behind you. Hey, what do you think you're doing? This lighthouse is currently off limits. No one is allowed to enter. Sorry, I didn't know. If I hadn't shown up, you would have just gone straight in, wouldn't you? The lighthouse hasn't been properly maintained in years. If something happened to you, who would take responsibility? Then why don't you lock the door? It's real simple. You don't want someone going up there? Lock the door. Besides, what do you need to go up to the lighthouse for? I'm looking for someone. Have you seen this person? Let me see. This girl does look rather memorable. Does have a rather memorable appearance, but I don't remember seeing her before. I think she might have been here before. Is that so? I usually keep to around the lighthouse. If she was on the docks walkway, I definitely wouldn't have seen her. If you're looking for her, I suggest checking around there. At the very least, I haven't seen this girl near the lighthouse. Alright, thank you. Thanks. That's not what I was trying to do. There we go. No results today. I told them the bait wouldn't work, but they didn't believe me. Hello, have you seen this person? I'm just a fisherman. Staring at a bucket, bobber, fish line all day. How could I recognize anyone? I know a reliable type of bait. The other day, when greeting Enzo, who lives next door, I learned that he occasionally goes fishing. I recommend the bait that Enzo usually uses to the man. You don't look like someone who's been fishing. Are you sure about this? Whatever, I'll give it a try. I'll give it a try next time. Let me see the photo of the person you're looking for. I think I remember this girl. I'm here fishing every day, and she was here some time ago, walking along the wooden walkway. Do you know where she lives? Do you know who she is? How would I know? Most of the time, my mind is focused on fishing. It was just that day. That day I got tired of fishing. So I got up and to take a walk and happened to see her. I only seen her that one time. If you need, I can help keep an eye out, but for now, I really don't know any more about this girl. Alright, thanks. I've asked a few people, but none of the clues seem particularly useful. I should head back and discuss our progress with Belle. I was like, where'd you go?
I've got nothing. How about you, Wise?
Let's try the harmonica again. Have we even tried the harmonica once?
Looks like this isn't something that can be solved with a quick trip to the port. But since we're here, how about we try playing the harmonica? I'm not sure what good it'll do, but if it doesn't work, we'll just buy some fries and head back home.
I agree. Playing the harmonica and buying fries, both are officially your job now.
I guess there's no saying no to you. Fine. But just so you know, I'm not good at it. So don't blame me if it sounds terrible.
You pull out the harmonica, glancing at the sheet of music. See a melody you've never heard before. Taking a deep breath, you let out the notes flow and start to play. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Okay, that actually was the end of that. I wasn't sure if it was just gonna keep playing or not. It was pretty accurate. Whatever. You think it sounded great at least. Sounded good at least. The music continues for half a minute.
That was pretty painful. And it didn't do a thing. Let's just grab some fries and call it a day.
Let's take a drink of my coffee right when she said there said that. That was pretty painful. Oh, damn. Tell me how you really feel.
Excuse me. Were you the ones playing the harmonica just now?
Sorry for my brother making a bit of a ruckus. We'll just... Wait. You're the person in the photo. When did you... I didn't even hear any footsteps.
My apologies. Moving quietly is second nature to me. I didn't mean to startle you. If I may ask, where did you learn that melody?
Just wanted to sit and double check that real quick. Belle shoots you a questioning glance. The blindfolded woman from the photo actually appeared. What an unexpected surprise, but now what? First things first, let's bring her back home.
Actually, we're proxies. The song was given to us by our client. We didn't expect it to help us find you. Our client is looking for you, you see. Why don't we discuss the details somewhere else?
I see. Please lead the way. I'd also like to meet this client of yours.
Okay.
Why don't we head back to the store?
Okay, let's go check in with Shepard. Oh, I almost forgot. Your name is...
My real name. I haven't used that in a long time. But I do have a code name. You can call me Charon.
Charon? You return to the video store with a woman who calls herself Charon. Along the way, you introduce yourselves and share a bit about your fledgling proxy business.
Miss Charon, I've already contacted the information broker who issued the commission. Once he gets here, it shouldn't be long before you can meet the client. Feel free to have a seat on the couch. I'll grab you something to drink.
Thank you, but please, don't mind me. By the way, the second row from the top on your TV wall, third unit from the left, it has a connection issue. You might want to check it out when you have time.
Oh, wow. And the second row from the top, two, okay. How did you spot that?
Let me see. You're right. How did you pick up on that? I thought there was some lag lately.
I rely on my hearing. I lost most of my vision in an accident. I can just about make out the outlines of my surroundings. To move around like an average citizen, I've trained my other senses to be extremely sharp. I heard a faint buzzing sound. by moving around the room and noticing the change in sound, I was able to pinpoint the location of the faulty TV.
Huh. Sorry to bring it up.
Sorry. I hope my question didn't seem rude.
No need to apologize. Vision isn't the only way to perceive the world. As proxies, you two should know that better than most. Anything that can be seen with your eyes can never be considered a secret.
Although, something I'm kind of remembering, isn't Trigger a sniper? A subtle silence fills the room. It's clear you each have secrets you don't want to share with others. And there's an unspoken understanding between you. As the silence is on the brink of becoming awkward, a knock sounds at the door from outside the shop.
It's me again! You two found the target already? Wow, Phaethon, you guys are incredible. If you're always this fast, you could take on anything.
It didn't come.
I didn't expect things to move so quickly either, but it's nothing, really. By the way, didn't the client come with you? Kieran here would like to meet them.
Where to start? It's great that you were able to find the woman in the photo, but there's a new problem. I can't get in touch with the client anymore. There's been no reply from his Knock Knock account since yesterday. I brushed it off at first, but there's still no reply today. Just when I thought he might have skipped town, his account suddenly sent me a location, the edge of a hollow. Who sends something like that in normal circumstances?
That definitely doesn't sound normal. It's like something happened to the client.
From what you're saying, it sounds like the client ran into some kind of trouble tied to the hollow. But we can't jump to conclusions just yet.
Either way, I'll keep trying to reach the client. I hope he's alright. Let's stay in touch for now. We won't be wrapping up this commission for a while.
Sorry, but I overheard your conversation. Could you share that location with me? If I investigate the hollow, I might pick up some clues.
You're Miss Charon? No offense, but the hollow isn't somewhere just anyone can waltz into. Without a carrot or combat personnel, it's a death trap. You should wait.
I'm a soldier. I served with the Eridu Defense Force under the Chrysoberyl Division. Even after retiring, I've made countless trips into the hollow. You can trust in my combat skills. The heart rates of you and the two proxies here seem to have just spiked. Don't worry. My military days are far behind me. I have no current ties with them. As for getting into the hollow, proxies, can I request your assistance? I don't know anyone else who could guide me. I'll pay the commission fee as best I can. If you don't want to be involved, that's fine. I'll think of something.
We want to find the client quickly, too. We can't let you deal with this alone.
We're just as eager to find the client. After all, no client, no payment. Besides, if we said no, you'd still head into the hollow alone, wouldn't you?
How did you know?
So I was right. You remind me of how Belle and I used to be. So fixated on finding someone that nothing else mattered. Not even your own safety.
Yeah.
Well, since Miss Charon wants to investigate, I'm willing to act as the proxy for no additional fee. Just leave it to us, Shepard.
I see. That works for me. With the client still unreachable, my hands are tied. Please, look into the hollow, and be careful.
Okay.
I'm really sorry for troubling you both. Finding this client is very important to me, so I may have acted a bit out of line just now.
No worries. Seeing how determined you are to find this person, we couldn't just stand by and do nothing.
Don't worry about it. Seeing how determined you are to find this person, we can't just sit back and do nothing. Let's work together to find them.
Yes. Confirmed. To the hollow. Let's go. Proxy, may I call you that? Of course. Thank you, Proxy, for accepting my request. This is probably your first time taking on a commission in the Hollow that might involve combat. I'll do my best to protect you. Actually, I don't need to enter the Hollow in person. I use my Bangbu to enter the Hollow. Huh? You mean you can attach your consciousness to a Bangbu? Such impressive technology. I've never heard of anyone being able to do something like this before. But even if you're Bangbu, I will protect you. You responded to my request, so this is my duty. Okay. Wise, the vibe Karen gives off, it really reminds me of our past. I feel the same way. Maybe this is fate. Let's help her fulfill her wish to find that person. Yeah, we can't just leave her be. Alright, I just kinda wanted to get her up together. Okay, so generally what I'm already kind of used to fighting. Ice and ether.
I'll help you win. The lunch is on you.
Well, you see, we're gonna
Eradicate all evil.
grab you.
Strike.
Did you call me? Meow.
I don't really have like built up yet. Ice and ether, so there's not someone I'm forgetting, is there? No.
Officer 148, Juyuan, ready.
This is such a random selection of people. Let's do this.
Miss Charon, I need some time to calculate the hollow route. Please wait a moment.
Leave this to me, Proxy. Actually, I've been to this hollow before for reasons. I still remember the way forward clear as day.
Sustain fire.
Oh, why don't you wait just a little longer? Calculating a path doesn't take that long.
Time to pin them down. It'd be more efficient to retrace a path I've already walked. Please come with me, Proxy.
Locking in.
The path ahead. It should be right around here. I wasn't here too long ago. One moment, Proxy. I might have misremembered. I just need to think.
I'm sure you're well aware that hollows undergo periodic spatial distortions and reconstruction.
Hold in position.
That's why each time we enter, we need the most up-to-date carrot.
Sorry for being so presumptuous, Proxy. I got ahead of myself and made things difficult for you.
It's...
Damn it.
By the way, Miss Charon, how are you so fluid when you move and fight?
Orders received.
I'll take point.
Is it because of your exceptional hearing and tactile senses?
I want to move forward, but I'm very fucking
That's one part of it. In fact, my eyes gained some unique abilities as they changed. I can't see most things clearly, but I'm able to detect the etheric fluctuations of nearby humans, ethereals, and other objects.
Found it! Yeah!
Get behind me! I call this ability Ether Vision.
Quite the ability. Given your combat style, those eyes must come in handy on the battlefield, huh?
Got you covered. That may be so.
Wait, something's up ahead. There's someone on the ground. It smells like blood.
Man and a woman lie collapsed on the ground with that unmistakable smell of blood emanating from them. Following the source of the same juicy bullet holes on their body. Check their condition. No signs of breathing. Oh. Their heartbeats and pulse are completely gone. These two are dead. Cause of death appears to be severe blood loss from long-range gunshot wounds. Time of death, probably within the last 1 or 2 hours, just before we entered the hollow. Which means this isn't just a case of losing contact with our client. Someone's been killing people in this hollow. Though I don't sense the killer nearby right now, there's still a chance they're active somewhere in the hollow. Proxy, don't stray from my side. I'll keep you safe. Those two really want to take their bodies out of the hollow, but without knowing the killer's whereabouts, moving them would be too risky. Proxy, mark these coordinates. Once we've confirmed the area is safe, we'll come back and retrieve their bodies. I'm sorry, the ground must be cold. May you rest in peace.
What could have happened? Who did this?
Given the depth of the wound and the caliber of the bullet, the killer was a sniper, just like me. Proxy, stay vigilant and get behind me. The killer may still be nearby.
The surrounding ether levels have increased significantly. What's going on?
Activate.
Hold on. Let me find what's causing the ether level increase. Up ahead, there are multiple devices leaking ether non-stop.
Pierce right through. Scatter!
These are high-pressure ether storage tanks, filled with highly concentrated ether. As soon as the valve is opened, the ether will flow out at a fixed rate.
Such high ether concentrations will make the nearby ethereals more active, and cause more to show up.
combat tutorial. Press single shot. Blue flashes appear on the muzzle. Perform another single shot, otherwise rapid fire will be triggered. Each single shot consumes one bullet. Pressing and holding. Hold. Must rapid fire. Rapid fire at a high fire rate deals lower damage. Each rapid shot consumes one bullet. Okay. Press the right mouse button to trigger distant ether containers. Each aimed shot will consume 5 bullets. Hit all ether containers to remove the spray. That's not what I meant to do.
All high-pressure ether tanks have been disabled. We can keep moving. Wait. Charon, I'm detecting 4 life forms up ahead. Let's go take a look.
Proxy, there are 4 people over here. They're all still alive. I'm not detecting any ether fluctuations from any other life forms nearby.
Okay. Check their condition.
They're still survivors. Charon, can you check their condition?
Confirmed. 1 is seriously injured. A bullet pierced their lung. The other 3? No internal injuries, just a few minor wounds. They're all unconscious. The one with severe wounds. His etheric fluctuations are nearly completely gone. He's beyond saving.
Who are you? Help me. It hurts. So cold. I don't want to die.
There's really no way to say it.
Is there nothing else we can do? If we contact a hospital and get him out of the hollow right away...
His internal organs are ruptured. He'll bleed out long before we can get him out. No rescue team can beat the clock when life fades this fast.
Am I dying? I just want to go home.
Karen doesn't respond. She sits beside the dying man, pulls out a harmonica, and begins to play a soft, familiar melody. The tune echoes throughout the hollow, heavy with the scent of blood. This is a song recorded on the client's sheet music. As the harmonica's gentle notes fill the air, the dying man stops groaning, simply listening until his eyes close forever.
Are you alright? Did you get hurt fighting earlier?
I'm fine, don't worry about me. As I mentioned before, these eyes of mine have their uses, but they bring just as much inconvenience. The rejection reaction you saw just now is one of them. Staring into death, it's not something I handle well.
My head. Where am I? Who are you people? I remember now. There was a madman, a lunatic who tied me up and dragged me into the hollow. You're not.
I'm not the lunatic you're talking about. Can you stand? There are 2 more unconscious survivors here. If you can, help us carry one of them. Let's get out of here together.
Leave? We can leave this place? What about that lunatic who shot at me from the shadows?
The culprit's already gone.
Looks like the person behind this has already left. Charon, let's get the survivors out of here. Follow me.
Okay. Exhausted, unable to carry any more bodies, you record the coordinates of a few of the corpses. Once this is all over, you should make sure to report them anonymously to public security. With care, you keep your guard up alongside the 3 survivors, eventually arriving at the abandoned metro entrance in front of Ballet Twins Road. Proxy, let's take a short break here. The area around the Ballet Twins has been abandoned due to the Hollow disaster, and no one's likely to be around. It's both secluded and safe, making it a perfect place for a conversation. Those 3 survivors. Yes, I know. They just escaped from the killers, so we need to check on their injuries and mental well-being. Could one of them be the client? Unfortunately, I don't think so. After they woke up and saw me, they didn't have any particular reaction. If they were the ones who assigned the commission to find me, they should have recognized me to some extent. Proxy, I'll keep watch around here and be on the lookout for the perpetrator, trying to track us and attempting to ambush us. Could you please have a brief conversation with the 3 survivors? I think they might have information on the perpetrator. And to be honest, I think they might... No, it's probably just my imagination. I gather information from first. Okay. Thank you, Proxy. Okay, just watch out. Take a deep breath. If your emotions get too intense, the wound might reopen. I still feel like I'm going to throw up. The fear that someone's still trying to shoot me just won't go away. It's okay. Okay, did you save us? I'm just about holding up. I've more or less recovered from the shock. Remember you were looking for someone around Port Elpis, weren't you? Yes, I think I've seen you before. How embarrassing, I never thought we'd meet again like this. What are your names? My name is Zoe. Aaron, just call me Aaron. I'm feeling nauseous again. I managed to hold it in. Did you want to ask us something? I have some questions for you. No problem. We'll answer what we can. How did you get kidnapped and taken to the Hollow? What happened to you in the Hollow? Or how are your injuries? I'll start off with that. Aside from blunt force injury to the back of my head, I also have some minor abrasions and a slight dislocation in my shoulder. On top of that, I'm a bit dehydrated, so I have a headache now. Okay, so that's you. Minor worse, my left arm was hit solidly, taking off a small piece of flesh. And the same with my calf. Why am I going through all this? I'm really fed up. Okay. I got a few more questions. How did you get kidnapped? For me, you know, I was sightseeing at Port Elpis earlier. After that, I was on my way back home, driving along a deserted road, when I seemed to be hit by something. So I got out of the car to check. Just a few seconds after I got out of the car, someone hit me from behind and knocked me out. I still have a bump on the back of my head. You can feel it. Let me take a look. There really is a bump on the back of your head. As for me, I was sitting at home with my friend when someone pried open the lock and tampered with our food or water or something. I don't know what they did exactly, but shortly after we ate, we both passed out. Okay, wait a minute. Same with your friend when someone pried open the door. Why would you still eat the food or whatever after someone broke in while you and your friend were hanging out there? And where's your friend? Were we the only 3 rescued from the Hollow? Did you see another woman? Just the 3 of you. Take some time to calm down. Alright, anyway, thank you and your companion. If it weren't for your arrival, I don't think I don't think the perpetrator would have let us leave so easily. Why are we being targeted? I can't take this anymore. Blech. Let's talk to the gentleman. Thank goodness, I can't believe it. I'm still alive and out of the Hollow. What's your name? Oh, me? I'm Jesse. I'm so grateful you were there to save me when that maniac was chasing me and sniping at me. I really thought I was done for. I have some questions I want to ask you. Questions, go ahead and ask, although I really don't want to remember what just happened. It did save my life. How are your injuries? I feel a bit dehydrated. I probably have at least 10 or so abrasions, but surprisingly no major wounds. Seriously, what's up with that maniac? What did I ever do to them that made them go through so much trouble to set up a trap, kidnap me, and then throw me in a hollow to slowly execute me? I got a few more questions. How were you kidnapped and brought to the hollow? I was tricked. I received an anonymous message telling me there was a big job I could do, asking me to meet in an alley on 6th Street. I had just arrived at the agreed spot and was waiting when someone hit me from behind and knocked me out. When I woke up, I was already in that hollow and my hands and feet were tied. Take some time to calm down. Is that all you wanted to ask? Well, anyways, thank you all. If you had come any later, I think all three of us would have been killed by that maniac. After a brief check on the 3 survivors, you share what you've learned with... You share what you've learned with Karen. She then calls the 3 over.
Thank you all for assisting me, even though I'm a stranger. You've given me valuable information.
It's the least we can do after you saved our lives. If there's anything else you want to ask, go right ahead.
I do have some questions left to ask. Before that, could the 3 of you introduce yourselves? I'd like to see if there's a pattern to how the killer chose their targets.
I'll go first. My name's Zoe. I used to be a soldier in the Defense Force, but now I'm just working a regular desk job at a private company. Don't let that fool you, though. I've earned my stripes.
I'm Jesse, currently working as an internaut information broker. I'm still pretty new at it, though, so I can't think of any reason someone would target me.
My turn? I'm Erin. I was also in the Defense Force, but now I'm unemployed. Actually, I have a question for you all. Did you see my friend when you were in the Hollow? She's about my height, with shoulder-length blonde hair and a mole under her eye. We were kidnapped together, but I can't find her anywhere now.
If I'm not mistaken, we didn't come across anyone like that in the Hollow, among both the survivors or the bodies.
Yeah, I was gonna say that didn't sound familiar.
It's all right. I'll keep looking. I hope she's okay. We were always inseparable. We even planned to visit Scott Outpost together for Remembrance Day. I never thought something like this would happen.
Remembrance Day? What's that?
As the name suggests, it's a day organized by the Defense Force for the families of deceased soldiers and veterans. People gather to mourn their loved ones who died in the fall of the old capital, and find comfort in each other's company.
That's kind of sweet.
I didn't know the Defense Force did that. Huh. Maybe I should go check it out.
If I can't find her anywhere else, I'll head to Remembrance Day alone. Maybe she'll show up there.
Was your missing friend also a member of the Defense Force?
Yes, she and I were in the same squad. Obsidian Division's Cartis squad.
So this is a targeted attack on the Defense Force, but that doesn't make good. Wait, Jesse wasn't in the Defense Force?
This sounds like a series of murders targeting the Defense Force. But then, Jesse wasn't with the Defense Force.
No, you're probably not far off. Jesse claims to have been up front, but he neglected to mention he was once part of the Defense Force. Right, Jesse?
Well, that's... I just don't like bringing up my past in the Defense Force. It's not like I'm trying to hide it. They're just memories from my time there that I'd rather forget. I was part of Obsidian Division's Knock Squad. That's the absolute truth.
So they're targeting the Obsidian Division.
I was also in the Obsidian Division, Impera Squad. I don't know who those who died in the Hollow were, but it seems the killer really is targeting members of the Defense Force.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, during the fall of the old capital, didn't our 3 squads work together on a mission outside Hollow Zero?
We did? I don't really remember.
I have a vague memory of it, but there were so many people on the mission, I don't remember your faces.
Thank you all for the information. I'm starting to see a pattern in the killer's choice of targets. But there's something else I need to ask. I came to this hollow because someone I'm searching for sent me its location. And that person was likely being held by the killer as well. Did you happen to see anyone else?
The 3 survivors exchanged confused glances before shaking their heads at Karen.
You're not giving us much to go on. At least tell us what kind of person you're looking for. Male or female, what they look like. Can't offer much help without that.
Sorry, I don't have much else to share. Even so, if any of you remember anything else that may be useful, please let me know. This is very important to me.
You don't even know who they are, yet you're so determined to find them. Is it really going to be an issue if you can't find this person?
Possibly.
Maybe. I've been searching for someone for a long time. They might be the key to achieving my goal.
I see. Whatever happens, I hope you find them. If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Thank you. But please, prioritize your own safety. If the killer is targeting former Defense Force members, there's a good chance they'll come after you again. Stay vigilant.
Yeah.
Of course. Once I've checked out Remembrance Day, I'm locking myself in my room and throwing away the key.
Why does this Remembrance Day thing sound like it's going to be a very bad idea? It sounds like all 3 of your guys' well, current and or previous squads are going to be gathering at this. And the guy's literally targeting all 3 of your squads. Like gold divisions of like the Oblivion squad. Wouldn't it be extremely dangerous for all 3, for any of you to even go anywhere near that? You remember... Oh, you returned to random play with Karen. Even if after questioning those 3 survivors, it seems the clues we've gathered are still not enough. Our goal is to find the missing client right now, we only know that he was likely kidnapped by the perpetrator. So now you know that the client's a he? I thought you didn't know what the gender of your client was. But we have no idea who the perpetrator is or where they went. Do you have any ideas? I think the other proxy is right. Information the 3 survivors provide is limited. With our current information, it's hard to deduce where we should go next to find the client. The clues have run dry. but we can still, but we still got something out of it. At least we know now some characteristics of the perpetrator. Oh my god, I don't know why that keeps like tripping me out. A sadistic sniper with a grudge against the defense force. They're measures in planning, meticulous, there we go. In planning, avoid open confrontations, and are obsessed with committing crimes in the Hollow. With these characteristics and the Hollow coordinates, we might be able to deduce the general idea, well, the general area where the perpetrator operates, as well as a potential base where they might have placed the kidnapper victims. But that would take quite a lot of time. Yes, and while we're narrowing down the search, the perpetrator might continue committing more crimes. Kieran seems somewhat apparently words don't want to function for me today. And the lack of clues plunges you all into silence, just as you're about to accept reality and start organizing the current clues to narrow down the search. The door of the video store suddenly opens. Someone's here. Why, I think it's Shepard. He's at the counter. The intelligence broker might have something important to tell us. Proxy, let's talk to him first. Okay. Dude, you bring Shepard to a room where you can talk.
Phaeton, you've already been to the Hollow and made it back safely?
Did you run all the way here? Do you need a moment? We've already been to the Hollow, but unfortunately, we haven't found the client yet.
I'm fine. Did you find any clues there?
There are traces left behind. Signs of a kidnapping. It's very likely the client was involved.
That's right. It seems the client was kidnapped, taken into the Hollow, and later moved again. We're still looking for more clues. So, what made you rush over to the store?
Well, just take a look for yourself.
Sorry, I was drinking my coffee. Shepard shows you his phone. About 10 minutes ago, the missing client sent him another location on Knock Knock. There were no other messages. I kind of have a random prediction here, but I kind of hope I'm wrong on that. Because it kind of seems like the client, since they're not wanting to speak, and they were particularly looking for Karen here, or Trigger, whichever way you want to refer to her. What if, because I don't know if Shepard's ever actually met the clients, like what if the client's actually the perpetrator, just basically trying to lure, Trigger here into a trap.
I checked a map of New Eridu. This spot, it's another Hollow entrance.
to us. This feels off.
We were just stressing over a lack of leads, and now one conveniently falls into our laps? Something about this feels off.
You're sure it's just a disappearance for now and nothing more serious has happened, right? If that's the case, the situation is still manageable. No matter how shaky the clue is, let's keep investigating. Just be careful. Any casualties, and this will become something beyond our control. At that point, stop the commission and contact me. I'll bring in some professional Hollow experts to deal with the situation.
Shepard hurries out again. You turn to Karen, who seems unsettled, as she held back the full truth from Shepard to avoid having the search handed off to someone else.
Thank you for not revealing what really happened to that information broker.
It's nothing, don't lie.
Don't mention it, but why keep secrets? From a practical standpoint, wouldn't calling for backup have been the safer move?
The killer is a sniper who has no qualms about taking lives. Judging by the victim's injuries, it's clear they know how to deal a fatal blow and how to inflict pain without causing death.
True.
Most Hollow Raiders lack experience dealing with snipers. If they encounter the killer, it's likely to end in a difficult fight, or worse, casualties. And besides, asking for help from others would only delay the search. The client is at risk right now, so I think we should follow the clues and enter the Hollow as soon as possible to ensure their safety.
It's too risky. What if it's a trap?
I may have kept it from Shepard, but I have to admit, it's too dangerous. That location message seems cagey. It could be a trap to lure us in.
I understand, I really do. But what if we're late and something happens to the client?
Why is the client so important to you, Charon? Would you be willing to tell us? Are you so set on finding them because they're connected to the person you've been looking for?
The client's true identity might be the very person I've been looking for. And if not, they most certainly have some vital information. Since leaving the military, I've spent years searching for my missing teammates. They were more than just comrades who trusted me with their lives. To me, someone raised as an orphan, they were family. I've scoured countless hollows and every corner of New Eridu to find them, but I've never found a single lead. Until I met you and heard that melody on the harmonica. It's called Homecoming. My squad leader composed it. Only our squad knew it. And yet that client of yours not only knows the song, but also gave you the sheet music. Please, Proxy. This client is the only lead I have left. I'm certain my teammates are still alive. If this trail goes cold, I don't know when I'll get another chance to reunite with them.
If they're still alive, could there really be no trace of them after all these years? Belle gazes towards you. The gaze towards you seems to convey such a question, but then thinking about how you've also searching for your teacher doesn't seem all that hard to understand.
I understand how anxious you must be right now. We can help you, but we really need to be careful this time.
Thank you, Proxy. I feel much better knowing I have your support. You can trust me. I'll protect you if the killer is really waiting for us in the Hollow. We'll make it out in one piece.
Alright. Onward. Proxy, if your senses are shared when controlling bamboo, does that mean the pain is shared as well? Pain is shared as well. Then I won't let this perpetrator lay a single scratch on this bamboo. If a fight breaks out, stay right behind me. Okay. Although we agreed to let Kira investigate the hollow, I still feel that the clue appearing at this moment are rather suspicious. Oh, be careful. Well, you must be careful. Alright, onward. Ice and ether again.
I'll help you win. The lunch is on you.
Eradicate all evil. My blade is ready.
Did you call me? Yeah.
I was trying to think, is there anybody better suited for doing this? Not really.
Touch my tail, and now.
We're going down this time.
Looks like there's something here. Is this a communicator?
Proxy, look at this. A communicator left right at the hollow's entrance.
It gets one more suspicious by the second. Why would there be a communicator here?
Why is there a communicator here? It doesn't look like it was left behind randomly.
There's hardly any dust on its surface, which means it was only placed here recently. It looks like someone wants us to use it.
Oh, such decisiveness. Following random location info without even thinking twice. I'm glad, Sniper of Liar Squad.
Who are you?
Who are you? And the Sniper of Liar Squad. Are you talking about Charon?
Sniper. Or should I say Charon now? Haven't you shared your past with our dear Proxy? If introductions aren't your strong suit, I'd be happy to show you how. You can call me Grim Vulture, the one behind this string of murders. You see, I've been working my way down a list, crossing off names. And now, Charon of Liar Squad, your name's next.
Looks like you've done your homework on me. Just because my presence interfered with your plan, you've decided to take me out for good?
I thought you were just going to be another obstacle in my way. And now, with you in my sights, this must be some kind of destiny.
I'm not sure what you're referring to, but I'm looking for someone. Given that you're waiting at the hollow entrance they shared, I'm guessing you have them. If you hand them over, perhaps we can make a deal.
This only dodges to the side, raising her gun, and fires, using her body to shield Eos. In the next instant, a bullet flies past her and hits the ground. Her shot flew off into the distance, and there's only one thing that's for certain. It didn't hit the Grim Vulture.
So your version of making a deal is stalling for time to locate me and lining up your shots? Can't say I'm surprised. After all, that's exactly what I plan to do too. You seem to have rather unique eyes, but you'll never get the chance to hit me. After all, no one's better at counter-sniping than me.
Seems talking won't resolve this, but I'm not averse to using force.
Now that's the spirit! If you're looking for someone, why not search the hollow for clues? Providing you can survive both my attacks and those of the Ethereals, of course. Oh, and I prepared a little gift for all your trouble. I hope you still have that determined look on your face after seeing it.
Watch out for Green Vulture taking shots from afar.
Ether vision activate.
Is there nothing we can do?
Show no mercy. Scatter!
I found a box. Something feels off about it.
The rather creepy box gives off an unsettling stench. You have a bad feeling that opening it would be asking for trouble. Glance at Karen beside you, says fallen silent. Clearly she's having the same feeling. Right now, she's hesitating about whether to open this box. Karen, please don't open it. Karen opens the box anyway. A blood-stained, tattered military cape, carelessly crumpled and stuffed in the corner of the box. Though the owner's identity remains unknown, the message it conveys can only mean one thing: death. Don't touch what's in the box. Karen reaches out and picks up the military cape from the box, her fingers tracing its shape. Her lips tremble. I'm okay, Proxy. If my sense of touch isn't deceiving me, this appears to be the outfit my former teammate wore, or a replica of it. So this is the surprise Green Vulture mentioned. I see now. Let's keep moving, Proxy. Karen goes silent, yet as she chambers another round, you can sense her hands trembling slightly, while her grip grows even stronger.
You still remember what's inside the box, right? Your loyal teammate's cap, the one Styx always wore.
Ow. Fuck.
Curious as to how he died? I'll tell you. He took his own life. There wasn't much different from being offed by Ethereals.
Time to pin them down.
Ethereals had almost completely taken over his body. He was corrupted, covered in ether crystals. His corpse fully formed.
Fire support ready.
They don't want to become he raised again and he's oh so proud of, with just one last shining sign. And just like that, obliterated both his core and his...
Another high-pressure ether tank. And a lot of ethereals have already been drawn to it.
We did it, Proxy. Let's keep moving.
I want to catch that murderer as soon as possible.
Second box emanates an ominous aura. That unsettling stench seems to warn me that contents, just like the previous box, will give you an absolutely wretched experience. Karen's breathing goes heavy. She stands still for several seconds, seemingly trying to control her emotional turmoil. Karen, don't push yourself. Finally, she opens the box. A pair of blood-stained, tattered military gloves lie twisted in the corner of the box. It's clear that whoever placed them here hasn't just tossed them in carelessly. They had been deliberately arranged with malicious intent. Karen picks up the gloves once again, feeling their contours and icy touch. Her lips turn pale. Just as I thought, these are from one of my squad mates too. Okay. Let's keep moving, Proxy. Follow this route should lead us to Grimavulture's hideout. I'm fine. Karen picks up her weapon again, but there is an unmistakable tremor of unease in her voice.
Acheron's favorite gloves. It wasn't easy getting my hands on them. As expected of such a famous, beautiful commander, even have lots of stylers. Such a pity. Amen. Also, don't you think that's a shame, little sniper?
Don't hesitate. Stay on your feet.
Such beautiful hands, but they could no longer hold the sword. Cereals gnawed off her arm, and touched her leg as well.
Avoid it. Got you covered.
But she still has the backbone. She's so tall, even in It's just as I said. She died from multiple fatal wounds. Even the most beautiful flower will wither without protection, won't it?
I'll take point.
Do you think I'm telling the truth or a lie this time?
How long do you intend to keep up this game of cat and mouse? Ether vision activate. I'll be coming to your hideout soon. Wipe that smile off your face and wait. Wait and see what I'm going to do. I'll pierce right through.
Ooh, good reaction. Hurry up then. I've got one final surprise location for you. I'm sure you figured out the route to get to me. That's right. The surprise is at the end of the road.
Show no mercy.
Okay. There's still a third box. You grab Karen's hand, trying to stop her from opening it, but she lifts the box lid almost mechanically. The third box contains a bloodstained corner of clothing and a severely damaged piece of engineering equipment, also stained with blood. Karen picks them up, her trembling fingers feeling the shapes. Not the shapes. She doesn't speak. Neither about the plans for pursuing Grimswald's nor about which of her companions these items belonged to. Until the communicator in our hands rings again with Grimswald's voice.
Congratulations! You found the third box. Inside is... Who was it again? Oh, right. A piece of bloody fabric from Cocytus's clothes and some damaged engineering gear stained with Leafy's blood. There weren't enough boxes, so I had to cram them together. They're just a medic and an engineer, not exactly combat material, right? Surely you're not mad, are you?
Kieran's face turns deadly pale. She silently picks up the blade items from the box. Her spirit visibly shaken by the weight of these ominous relics. Enough.
That's enough. Using her squadmates who are like family to mentally torture her. How much longer are you planning on doing this?
Oh dear. Did I go too far? Oh, my sincerest apologies. It's just, watching you plunge headfirst into my trap was so entertaining. I may have gotten a bit carried away, you know? Relax. The person you're looking for isn't here, and those are just fakes. I didn't actually take them from her comrades.
That's
Her
brutal.
comrades are long since corpses in the hollow, after all. How could I possibly have gotten hold of their clothes?
A surge of rage threatens to drown all thought. Just as you're about to retort, a crisp gunshot rings out. Karen's shot is clean and decisive, carrying an unmistakable intent to kill, but from the response on the other end of the communicator, it seems she missed her target.
Ooh, a decisive strike to be sure. But as I've already said, your awareness, sight, and experience mean nothing in front of a more skilled sniper.
I didn't expect to kill you so easily. There was a subtle change in your ether fluctuations the moment I fired. That was all I needed. You knowing my past makes me feel sick. But after seeing that you're just a coward who feels fear from another's killing intent, it doesn't bother me as much anymore.
Coward, you say? How fascinating! You were little more than a hollow shell before, but now that you've bared your teeth, you've started looking somewhat respectable. I know your composure is nothing more than a facade. You've never truly faced the weight of your comrades' deaths, have you? I bet your mind is now filled with their dying screams.
We both believe her squad is still alive. You can stop with the lies. Why are you so fixated on Charon? Just because she used to serve in the defense force? She has nothing to do with your target.
Nothing to do with it? Then why don't you go ask her about it? What surprises me more is you actually believe her teammates are still alive. Don't tell me she dragged you into all this danger without telling you anything.
Shut up.
If she won't tell you, I will. Those so-called alive squad mates of hers went missing during the fall of the old capital. I'm sure you know exactly what that means. When the old capital fell, countless Defense Force soldiers were either killed by Ethereals or became them. The surviving soldiers, struggling to defend themselves, never had the opportunity to carry their comrades' bodies out of Hollow Zero. Obviously, her squad mates, the members of Liar Squad, were among the dead. But since their bodies were never found, she insists they're still alive. Even going as far as to deceive her own proxy. It's laughable.
I didn't lie to the proxy. They're alive. I have proof. Someone like you could never understand.
I could never understand? You think it's hard to understand your childish thought process? If you really have solid proof, why not tell me? Come on, let's hear it!
My eyes. I lost nearly 90% of my vision during the fall of the old capital. But in return, I gained the ability to see what others can't. Every second of every day for years, I've seen my squad mates. Not as fleeting shadows, but vivid and lifelike. They've never disappeared. They're alive, waiting for me to find them. Why else would I have been given these eyes?
That's your proof? Did you hear that? Roxy hiding in the bamboo. She spent years chasing after people who couldn't possibly exist, all because of some ghostly visions. You'd rather believe those visions of your teammates are real-time projections than accept that they're dead. What if I told you the way I described their deaths before was the absolute truth? Will you finally face reality? Or will you keep fooling yourself, believing in ghosts? I guess you'll keep deceiving yourself, because that's how you survive.
I'm not lying to myself. I really
want to find your squad mates who have been missing for years and were officially declared dead? You couldn't protect them when the old capital fell, and now you're just making up stories to fool yourself. Give yourself some so-called reason to go on, to latch on to any stupid excuse. You're just a selfish, naive coward who did nothing and couldn't do anything when your comrades were dying.
Wow. Karen stands there, speechless. Her vulture's relentless verbal assault has clearly struck home. The little color that had briefly returned to her face drains away, leaving her visibly shaken, unable to muster a single word in rebuke.
Giving up already? At least you've got a shred of dignity left. Nothing disgusts me more than a useless hypocrite. Enough of this. Time to die, coward.
Charon is not a coward. Someone who enters the Hollows despite the condition of their eyes is anything but a coward. At the very least, she's far braver than a criminal like you, who hides in the shadows, enjoys torturing others, and is constantly in fear of being caught.
Roxy,
Your proxy sure has a way with words. I won't waste any more of my breath. Just die already.
So the surrounding fissure is complete.
I've completed analysis of the surrounding fissures. Charon, snap out of it. We can use that fissure to escape.
Fissures? When did you... Still trying to play tricks.
With no hope of a counter-attack, you practically drag Karen, turning to run towards the fissure that had escaped Grim Vulture's notice. Just as the bullet is about to strike, you manage to escape through the fissure. Okay. Alright then. You escape from the hollow and return to the video store, bringing along Karen, who lost all will to fight. She seems more traumatized than you imagined, repeatedly touching her eyes, silent and distant.
Charon? Do you want some hot cocoa? I'm sure you're exhausted after such a tough fight. You should get some rest.
Thanks, but I'm fine.
Don't let Grim Vulture get to you.
Don't listen to Grim Vulture. They'd say anything to get under your skin. Once we start doubting the truth, we've fallen into their trap.
No, Proxy. I think Grim Vulture has a point. Maybe it's all just in my head. The things Grim Vulture left. When I touched them, I was reminded of the day the old capital fell. I felt the same sensation when I touched an injured comrade. I tried to shake off that feeling, but the truth is, I can't stop thinking about the possibility that all my squad mates are dead.
The day the old capital fell, what happened back then?
Would you be willing to share more? What really happened on the day the old capital fell with you and the Liar Squad?
That day, in the first hour Hollow Zero started expanding, Defense Force HQ thought it was just a normal Hollow disaster, and thought they could suppress it with a standard amount of troops.
Okay, wait. Thought it was a normal Hollow disaster. I thought the whole reason it was called Hollow Zero was because it was the very, very first Hollow. But you're making it sound, unless it's just serves as, you know, well, no, I guess technically it could serve as like, you know, 0.0 of a turn in, you know, the fight and all that kind of shit. Anyways.
Liar Squad was among the first troops sent there. Before we left, our superiors promised reinforcements would be on the way to support us in combat. So we didn't need to worry too much about facing the Ethereals. But soon after we began the mission, we realized things weren't going to go like we thought. The Ethereals came at us like an endless tide. The Hollow expanded beyond control. And more importantly, the reinforcements never came. The Defense Force troops outside the Hollow soon realized this was no ordinary disaster. Hollow Zero was devouring Eridu at horrifying speed. The reinforcement plan was called off, and the promised troops retreated. Honestly, even if they had come to help, it wouldn't have changed anything. I watched as members of the advanced force around me died one after another, or were corrupted into Ethereals. Our squad slowly lost the strength to maintain formation. I was a weak point in our formation. An ether shot fired by an Ethereal hit my eyes, corrupting them. Because of that and several other wounds, I shortly lost consciousness. I'm not sure how long I was out, but just before losing my vision, I briefly regained consciousness. The last thing my eyes saw was my squad mate standing in front of me, looking back. When I woke up again, I was already back at base. The higher-ups detonated the Shiryu pillars, and finally managed to bring Hollow Zero under control. I don't know who rescued me from the Hollow, but none of my squad mates had made it out. For some reason, the image of my squad mates being the last thing I saw has stayed in my mind. It must be some kind of sign. A sign that they're still alive. Don't you think? They must have continued fighting after I fell unconscious, eventually getting lost in some hollow and losing contact with the main force, left to wander between the various hollows of New Eridu. That must have been what happened, right? The Defense Force? Civilians? No one believes me. So I decided to find them myself. The reason behind these eyes. It's got to be to guide me to finding them still alive. Am I wrong, Proxy? Are these eyes pointless? I knew that's what you thought. Interpreting what my eyes see as proof my squad mates are still alive is just wishful thinking. But if they're really gone, why would I have been given these eyes, which bring nothing but pain? If they're truly no longer alive, how can I apologize to them in person? Tell them I'm sorry. Sorry for being so weak. Sorry that I failed to protect them. faces are all so blurry. I can't see their expressions. I can't even bear to look at them. If their final look at me was filled with resentment and disappointment, I wouldn't know how to handle it.
Charon, listen to me. Even if everyone else thinks you're wrong, Belle and I will always stand by your resolve to find your squad mates. You don't need to make any justifications, because someone close to us is missing too, and we desperately hope she's still alive. Even if the whole world doesn't understand, we will never give up. But I also think being consumed by this obsession, unable to move forward, that's not what those who matter to us would want.
Sorry.
That's right. Charon, you're a very kind person. Maybe that's why you feel responsible for protecting everyone, and regret when you can't do enough. But you don't have to carry it all on your own.
We'll be there supporting you.
Yeah, you can trust us to have your back. We're certain that Grim Vulture hasn't killed the client yet. As long as we have a lead, there's still hope, and we'll be your support. Your will and determination shouldn't be dismissed. No matter how things turn out, we'll stand by your side, and we'll face it together.
Roxy, thank you. I feel better now. At the very least, I want to keep investigating. I'm not just going to stop here.
With the tension eased, it's time to discuss the plan going forward. Just then, the phone rings.
Sorry to disturb you at this hour. Did you go investigate that new hollow? How's it going?
It's just... strangely, I have a feeling Shepard really isn't a bad person, or anything like that. You know, I'm just kind of getting led into this trail about this, but... Ominous music, each time he sits there and, like, is in contact with us, just seems a little weird.
Oh, never mind. The client just shared a new location with me on Knock Knock.
I seriously think your client's the sniper.
They're pretty eager, huh? Which hollow is it this time?
No, it's not a hollow. If I'm reading this right, this location is Scott Outpost.
Scott Outpost? Isn't that managed by the Defense Force and White Star Institute? What's Grim Vulture up to?
It's Remembrance Day. Don't you recall what Aaron said before? They're holding an event right now, and the place will be open to the public.
Like I was saying, it's one of it, like it'd be like a big target for them.
So they're not trying to lure us into a hollow this time. What's the deal? Are they trying to taunt us?
Whether it's a provocation or a trap, I'm not missing any chance to face Grim Vulture. Proxy, will you go with me?
Yes. The official commencement of Remembrance Day has been scheduled for tomorrow morning, meaning ordinary citizens still cannot freely enter Scott Outpost today. Under arrangements, Karen spent the night at the store. Next morning, Wise will be heading to the outpost with Karen soon. Did you rest well last night? To be honest, I didn't sleep much. Me too. Thoughts of the past kept me up, especially those related to Karen. I didn't manage to fall asleep until late. Anyway, Karen's already waiting for you in the parking lot. Wonder how she's feeling now. Wise, please take good care of her when the time comes, okay? Leave it to me. Give me one quick sec, I gotta hit the restroom. So we'll be right back with this. Just give me like a minute or two. Be right back. Much better. Alright. Switch back over to live real quick. Actually, I'm just kind of curious what we got in here. And those ones I can kind of check later. Proxy? Did you sleep well last night? Yes, I did. Sorry, Proxy, for losing my composure and frying you yesterday. I think I've gotten my mood back in order now. Stare. It seems I can't hide it from you, Proxy. I'm sorry. I think I'm still struggling to process this sadness and unease. I'm not sure where I should go from here. Take your time to unravel your confusion. Let's find a way forward together. Yeah, you're right. Instead of continuing to suffer, it's better to reach out and grasp all the hope we can find around us. Maybe things will eventually change. Let's go, Proxy. Today, we're attending Remembrance Day as ordinary citizens. So we can't carry any weapons. I suppose Grim Vulture wouldn't be foolish enough to make a move inside a military stronghold. Let's keep an eye out while we're there. I believe we should be able to find new clues. You arrive at Scout Outpost with Karen. Many citizens have come to Remembrance Day. They must be relatives of those who gave their lives during the fall of the old capital. For some reason, after coming here, Karen has been acting a bit strange. Proxy, can we explore this place later? What's wrong? No, it's nothing. Stare. Alright, I'll say it. It seems like there are some familiar faces here. Wouldn't it be nice to meet them? I don't think I can face them. If I'm not mistaken, they should be the family members of my teammates. I don't know how I should face them. You'll have to face them sooner or later, won't you? I know, but I'll be there for you. And it's a deal. I'll go and talk to them. Proxy, you don't have to say anything. Just stay by my side and give me the courage to speak. You do too, right? Don't worry, Master just went somewhere far away with the other soldiers. I'll take good care of you while Master's away, and take you on walks every day. With love. Sorry, I just canceled their all I was curious. Alright. Brother. How did you know? Who are you? Wait, your eye cover. So you're Ekron's sole surviving teammate. I remember you. We met once after the fall of the old capital. After that, I didn't hear anything about you again. Never expected to meet you here. This plushie. It's Ekron's favorite plushie. She always kept it in the most prominent spot in her room. I brought it along here as if bringing my sister's shadow to participate in Remembrance Day. I'm sorry, Mr. Allen. apologize. I still remember one time when my sister came home excitedly, telling me that a shy new girl had joined the squad. The girl didn't speak much, but she was beautiful in battle. That was the happiest I had ever seen her. To her, you were a presence that inspired admiration and a desire not to fall behind. A beautiful soldier who gave her the drive to keep moving forward. And that's sweet. You don't have to apologize to me. If my sister were here, she would surely say the same thing. Please don't mind me too much. Defense Force has made a lot of preparations for the Remembrance Day event. Please take your time here. Now here without you by our side. Styx teammate. Styx? Are you Miss Sully? Styx's wife? Or Sally, oops. Yes, my daughter and I came to attend Remembrance Day. Last time I saw you was right after the fall of the old Capitol. Never expected to see you again here today. Your daughter, is this your daughter? Is that Zita? Mom, who is she? Zita, this is your dad's comrade from the Defense Force. Every time he went to the battlefield, she would be there to protect him. To protect him? Comrade? If that's so, why didn't you protect my dad during the fall of the old Capitol? Why did you let him die and make him unable to come back to me? Oh my god. Whew. Zeta. I'm sorry, I couldn't protect him. I'm sorry. Don't listen to what Zeta is saying. She doesn't understand. I've never blamed you. Please don't say that. Zeta, you can't say such hurtful things. Apologize right now. Why should I apologize? She survived, but Dad didn't. Isn't that the truth? If it weren't for her abandoning him, Dad could have come back safely. Wow. Shit, man. Enough, you don't know what happened back then. Miss Sally, I don't think she's wrong. Please don't think that way. I'll make sure to bring her to apologize to you later. I need to explain to her what really happened. I'm really sorry. Please don't let us keep you. Go and explore Remembrance Day event for now. Please remember, all your comrades, including my husband, would want you to see the hope they left behind. Zeta, you were fucking mean for that one. I can understand, you wanted to place the blame somewhere, but damn. My son, can you see me now? I'm doing well. My legs and feet are fine. I just miss you so much. Excuse me. Are you Cactus's mother? Ethel? Oh, you are. Oh, I recognize you. I saw you once in the military camp after the fall of the old city. You're Cactus's teammate. One of the survivors. I've been wanting to get in touch with you over the years and see how you've been. I never heard from you. Didn't expect to meet you here at Remembrance Day. Guess this is fate. With that, Ethel, is your health still... I'm in good health, fortunately. Everything is fine, although I'm the only one left in the family. The pension from the government is enough, and I still have some years in me. I'm sorry. Cactus. Child, you don't need to apologize. My son may appear carefree on the surface, but he's always felt so much pressure. One day, he suddenly told me that he had found a companion who truly understood him. I believe he was talking about you. How could I possibly blame you? Someone who helped my son. It's such a blessing. You, a kind-hearted person, are alive and standing here today. I'm so glad. Miss Ethel, Child, don't worry about me. Since you're here for Remembrance Day, take your time to walk around and look around. Help you find something meaningful. To your surprise, many relatives of deceased Liar Squad members are here for the Remembrance Day event. Is this really just a coincidence? As you ponder this question, the relatives have gathered in front of Karen.
Miss, I'm sorry for being mean to you before. Mom told me you were protecting Dad until the very last moment before you passed out. I shouldn't have said you left him to die.
I'm really sorry. Zeta was really young when it happened, so she was too little to understand, and I haven't really talked about it. I hope she didn't upset you.
No, she was right. If only I'd been strong enough to take down most of the ethereals, maybe they wouldn't have ended up in that situation.
Oh, that's not fair. The old capital was falling. No single person's strength could ever be the deciding factor in the face of a disaster like that.
In spite of it all, you survived. If they were still here, I'm sure they'd see that as something to celebrate.
I've always known the truth. I failed to protect them. A weakling like me survived, and the rest of them disappeared without a trace. This isn't solace. It's the worst possible outcome. That's something I can't face. I've never had the courage to tell you I couldn't protect your loved ones. All I can do is wander New Eridu, hoping to find some trace of them. Even after all this time, I still haven't accomplished anything. I'm sorry.
You really don't know us at all. This isn't the worst possible outcome by any means. Styx, my husband, and all his comrades who lost their lives, each one of them left behind their own legacy. Just look all around you. Everyone standing before you is a legacy they protected that is carried on to this day. After my husband passed away, Zeta and I received survivor benefits. And with all the odd jobs I've been doing, we've managed to get to where we are today. Styx always wanted our daughter to study art, and Zeta's interested in it too. Now, that dream has become a reality. She just got accepted into the art school in Janus Quarter.
Mom and I have our tough days, but I often think of Dad's cheerful laughter, and that memory gives me the strength to keep pushing through. One day, it'll all pay off, just like it has now.
Thank you for always being by my husband's side, even at the very end.
Well, I suppose you must have heard about my condition from my son?
Ethel, Cocytus used to tell me about you. He often took leave or skipped work to earn extra money by part-timing, or to care for you when you were sick in bed.
Yes, that's true, but I bet he never told you my illness became so bad that I needed major surgery, and he worked his tail off to raise the money. Who would have thought he would pass before me? I used the benefits from his death for the surgery, and that's the only reason I'm here today. In a way, his passing allowed my life to continue. Every time I think about it, I feel like I need to keep my body healthy and live a few more years. The sights I see, I believe he can sense them from somewhere far away.
Although, kind of a random thought here. If it turns out that they're alive, and she manages to bring them, you know, back to their families, wouldn't the pay that they got, like the severance pay or whatever, I'm thinking way too much into this.
When I was too weak to take care of him, it was you and your comrades who stayed by his side. Thank you for everything that you've done for him.
As for me, well, I'm currently working as a fashion designer.
A fashion designer? Is that because of Acheron?
It is. I'm sure you remember how much she loved beautiful things. She was always into fashion, so I decided to become part of that world. That way, she can always be with me.
Oh, that's sweet.
I admit I had no idea how fun fashion design could be until I actually gave it a shot. I wish I'd figured that out sooner. We would have had so much more to talk about.
Nice.
Anyway, I'm planning to start my own fashion brand next year. She used to say that after retiring from the army, she wanted to pursue fashion design. I really want to carry on her dream. It feels like my life's purpose. You know, she used to talk about you when she came home for the holidays. How your rivalry pushed her to keep improving. So, thank you. I'm proud of my sister. And I'm proud of you, too.
As you can see, all of us have made it to this day, carrying the will of those we loved. So please don't say they left nothing behind. They've always been a part of every pain and joy we've experienced over the years. Please remember, everything and everyone in New Eridu is only here today because you all risked your lives in battle.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It's been wonderful to hear about how you're all doing and to listen to these words. I'm so glad I decided to come here on Remembrance Day.
Speaking of which, I wasn't expecting to see any of you. What brings you here today?
I could ask you the same thing, Ethel. Last time I asked, you said you weren't coming. I only came because I suddenly got a DM from Nathan. He said he really wanted me to be here.
I'm here because of Nathan's message, too. He was pretty insistent, so I thought he'd be here. But I've been looking around for a while now. I still haven't seen him.
Nathan, what happened to have been a sniper, huh?
So, it's the same for all of us. I responded to his message, but he never wrote back. Isn't that strange?
Sorry, but who's this Nathan you're talking about?
Nathan is Lethe's younger brother. Frankly, out of all of us, He's probably the one who wants to see you the most. He used to be part of the defense force himself, and...
The day the old capital fell, his squad was responsible for supporting the forces that had already entered the Hollow, which included all of you. He's told us that story so many times. When they saw how bad things were in that Hollow, some of the reinforcements called off their plans and pulled back. He tried to stop them, but there was nothing he could do.
He always blamed himself and wanted to find you to apologize. But the truth is, the reinforcements retreating was inevitable. Shortly after their retreat, headquarters issued the official order. We all lost someone in that disaster. And for a while, we resented the reinforcements for their decision. But over time, we came to understand it, and we eventually let it go. There was no avoiding casualties in that battle. In hindsight, it wasn't wrong for headquarters to prioritize saving their strength.
May I ask what the name of Nathan's squad was when he was in the defense force?
The Impera squad of the Obsidian Division. Is something wrong?
The Impera squad again.
Nothing. It's just... I think I might have stumbled upon the answer I was looking for.
After 4 family members paid their respects and left, they continued touring their Remembrance Day. Karen stood there in a daze, seemingly having understood something. At that moment, a sound came from the open space in front of the outpost. It seemed someone had stepped onto the podium, and the citizens all gathered in the podium, preparing to listen to the person's speech. According to the schedule for Remembrance Day, it should be time for a representative of retired Defense Force veterans to give a speech. Looks like the speech is about to begin. I feel a bit concerned. Proxy, could we go over and listen to the speech for a moment? Okay. Hey, you're familiar looking.
Is that Zoe on the podium?
Is she here to speak on behalf of the soldiers?
Is she here to speak on behalf of the soldiers? A decorated veteran. That seems fitting. But I don't see Jesse or Aaron around. Didn't they come?
Everyone please, quiet down. Zoe, of Nemesis Squad, a representative of the veterans, will now deliver the Remembrance Day speech.
Hello, everyone. I'm honored to stand here and speak on behalf of all of the soldiers of the Defense Force. Today, we gather to commemorate Remembrance Day, a day born from the tragedy of the old capital's fall. Many of us lost relatives or friends in the disaster, and I am no exception. Every member of my squad perished in that battle, leaving me as the only survivor. Losing the friends you cherish to the Hollow is a pain that never fades. It's a sorrow that will stay with us, now and forever. However, to the families of the fallen soldiers, hold your heads high with pride for your loved ones who gave their lives. They fought to the very last moment when the old capital fell. Death isn't the end, nor dishonor. It is their eternal medal. They gave their lives facing an unstoppable disaster, exchanging their sacrifice for the world we have today. In doing so, they fulfilled their duties as soldiers to perfection. Without the blood they spilled, Eridu would not have endured, and new Eridu would never have risen from the ashes. In honor of the wishes of the departed, look ahead, people of New Eridu. Our thoughts and remembrance of those who passed will be carried in every flicker of candlelight and in every bouquet of flowers.
Zoe's speech is met with a wave of prolonged applause. Yet amidst the claps, she droops her head, her expression darkening. She stays silent, waiting for the applause to fade before lifting her gaze and scanning the crowd. Her eyes pause briefly on Karen, carrying a chilling aura.
My speech was meant to end here, but since you all seem quite engaged, please allow me to share a little more. The reason you all agree with what I've said is because it offers a way to step away from the pain. That's what the living do. They seek ways to ease the weight of others' deaths, so they can find a way to start over.
Something feels weird about this.
This is the New Eridu of today. A huge disaster consumed the old capital, and the people who survived it keep saying things like, treasure the moment and start fresh to numb themselves, hoping to forget the nightmare.
What are you doing?
No one talks about the soldiers who gave their lives in Hollow Zero. No one asks why they had to die. The brave gave their lives battling the ethereal onslaught, while the weak survived. This is a New Eridu, built by weaklings. Its order founded upon their way of thinking.
What?
Your applause makes me realize you all accept this logic. Each of you had loved ones who sacrificed their lives in the fall of the old capital. And now, you're thankful that someone has encouraged you to move on from them.
I'm getting confused.
What meaning does the sacrifice of those who died have if you all choose to forget? Have you never thought about why your own loved ones had to die? And why no one is responsible for their deaths?
Miss Zoe, there's not much time left for your,
Open your eyes! I'm speaking to those who have lost loved ones! If death is the medal for the fallen, then pain is the cross the living must bear. If you fear its weight and run from the suffering, the soldiers will never find peace in their eternal rest. To tear the wound open once again, so you'll never forget the searing pain! That's the real meaning of Remembrance Day!
What the?
I don't agree.
Charon, I didn't expect you to be here for Remembrance Day. How are things going with your search? Seems like you have something to say.
Among the people standing here, there's a woman who raised her daughter with the survivor benefits left by her husband. Another who's been able to carry on with her life thanks to the final efforts of her child. And yet another who's found purpose because of the influence of his late sister. The will of the deceased lives on in every person here. The soldiers who died during the fall of the old capital fought for this. The future that their loved ones are making for themselves now. The old me might have agreed with what you said, but someone taught me that pain and hardship can lead to hope. They helped me see that hope could be inherited, not just destroyed when life fades. That's why I believe the departed didn't leave us wounded or with a heavy cross to bear, but with a melody. Each of us holds a harmonica that plays the melody of life. At first, it may sound awkward, but it will eventually flow smoothly, taking on our own style, until it merges with our soul.
You seem quite certain about what you're saying. Tell me then, what kind of melody is left behind by those we've lost?
I'm not sure. I can't picture the exact melody, but I trust the answer I've chosen. And I trust everything I've seen and heard.
vague and insubstantial answer, isn't it? I was right about you, Charon. From the moment we met, I knew we'd never really understand each other.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Everyone, I apologize for taking up your time. My speech ends here. Please feel free to continue with your visit.
Zoe exits the venue without sparing a single glance back, leaving the audience and the defense force in a state of confusion. Karen looks thoughtfully in the direction she disappeared.
What do you think, Proxy?
Something's off.
Her demeanor and what she said earlier. Something was clearly off. I have a bad feeling.
You mean about her real identity, right? Looks like we're on the same page. Shielded by her identity as a decorated soldier, she seemed pretty confident that we wouldn't confront her directly on military ground like at the outpost. She arrived so brazenly and left without a care. If I'm right about this, she'll be trying to contact us again in no time.
Just as she finishes her sentence, the phone rings again. Shepard appears on the screen as you answer the video call. He seems panicked and anxious to speak, but the moment he sees that you're in Scott Outpost, he swallows back the words and clears his throat instead.
Looks like you're a little busy, so I'll keep it short. The client just sent me a location via Knock Knock, along with a picture of several unconscious, tied-up individuals. I'll send you the location shortly. It should be an entrance to the Hollow in Port Elpis. At this stage, I don't have any further requests. My only hope is that you'll proceed with caution.
A location with a picture of the hostages. Looks like Grim Vulture is losing patience and wants to put an end to all this.
What do you plan on doing?
Charon, what's your plan? No matter what you decide, I'll stay by your side till the end.
Karen doesn't answer right away. Instead, she takes out her harmonica and looks down at it, as if she's trying to decide. In the end, she tucks her harmonica away.
I've made up my mind. Proxy, please accept my official commission. Help me venture into the depths of the Hollow to rescue the client and any other hostages. It's time to put an end to this. It's up to me to stop Grim Vulture. Stop her from crushing everything in front of her with that heavy cross.
You leave the Remembrance Day event with Karen and return to the video store. She clears her firearm up. She cleans her firearm multiple times and keeps adjusting her breathing. The showdown is about to begin. Proxy, thank you for accompanying me this far. In the upcoming battle, Grim Vulture has likely already set up a stage filled with traps. We may need to brace ourselves for a tough fight. Do you have any strategy in mind, Karen? To be honest, there isn't a fully visible strategy. The opponent is a sniper and can keenly anticipate the timing and trajectory of each of my shots, dodging in advance. Entering the battlefield pre-prepared by such a formidable opponent alone, it's foreseeable that she will continuously occupy elevated sniper positions, relentlessly targeting us, while we will have very few opportunities to land a hit on her. Won't that mean we'll be easy prey? Theoretically speaking, that's right. In a sniper duel, the one who fails to secure the best vantage point or exposes their position is always the loser. But I believe there is still a chance. In our previous fight, I could sense the pride and impatience of Grim Vulture as a sniper. I'm not sure where that impatience comes from, but that pride is definitely something we can turn against her. I believe she would never accept the idea of me surpassing her in sniping skills. If I can outmatch her at a critical moment, she will lose her composure. That will be the only instant she exposes a weakness. Proxy, this is a strategy I've chosen. Grim Vulture may indeed be a superior sniper, but I will surpass her and make this strategy succeed. To win this battle, despite the overwhelming disadvantage, please entrust your back to me, Proxy. I need you, as my companion, to support me. You have to do the same, okay? And trust your back to me as well. Yes, I will. I will protect you, so please also provide me with your guidance. Alright, well, unfortunately, at the moment, I need to wrap things up because it's come that time that I need to start getting ready for work today. So I'm just gonna kind of gather up my random things here. Okay, well, technically I'm gonna end up going to close this. Agent out of sight. Yeah, I'm probably gonna try to end up jumping back on later to try to finish this up, but I'm not too worn out after work today.
I'll help you win. The lunch is on you. Standing by.
I did want to crank up your level. Level now.
Standing by.
Oh, okay. And then the rest of those are just gonna be the things I can do afterwards. Alright, I don't think I have enough to try to end up, because I know I got some stuff laying around. Let's kind of see if I can come close to a okay, so currently I've got 6 for that. And we got some other random stuff that I can end up doing to try to earn a little extra. But yeah, I mean, hopefully I can end up trying to get Trigger. But for now, that will have to end up being it. Oh shit, I'm already past the time I'm supposed to be ending here. back up either a little later or, I say a little later, more than likely be past like midnight, like 12 hours from now or something. But I gotta end up going. Alright, switch this to ending. Close out some of this stuff, and then we'll end up